Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you want to be exposed to the most undervalued investment opportunities in the world, click subscribe. I will get you that information in front of you. I've been scrolling through the comments section, reading a lot of your guys' comments. Thank you for commenting. I like everyone on this channel commenting. You guys are very high class. You keep it very clean in the comment section, and thank you for that. There's one thing I want to talk about. I was reading through, people are wondering where they should put money. Guys, I can't decipher where to go. They're all such great opportunities. Oil, uranium, silver, even gold, platinum. Guys, I'm in all of it. Copper, nickel, your royalty companies, mining companies. There's so much here that I look at the size of the opportunity and I'm dumbfounded on where to put money sometimes. Because I look at this and I say, well, uranium's at a 60-to-1 ratio. They're under the cost curve. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. You look at silver, they have premiums on the retail sector. That's usually a prelude to higher prices of silver. Then you look at oil and you're like, oil with the demand coming back and stimulus money in people's accounts, the destruction of the supply side. I mean, it may not go up in terms of like week to week or month to month. But when you look at this stuff from a month-to-month or year-to-year basis, when you take a little bit longer term horizon, all of these sectors are incredible. Copper's incredible. And what I've done, and I know you guys always want, I can't give advice, I can give education, is what I've done, and I can speak about what I've done, is I've gone into all of these different sectors. And I'm exposed to all of them. And what it is, you've got these large asymmetric bets, lots of upside, not much downside. So now we're just kind of sifting through what's the best opportunity at this moment. And I think they're all so good that I don't know what to pick. I'm heavily invested in, these are the ones that I really like. Copper for the long term. I don't see how that can lose. If we go to this renewable, if they're going to start throwing money at renewables, and throwing money at electric vehicles and all this stuff, and they want to try to do this carbon-free thing. Copper, that's the gateway to this next world. You have to own copper, I think. I have to own copper. That's my thought. So I buy the royalty companies in copper. I buy the diversified mining companies that have majority copper mines, because there's not too many pure copper plays. I buy some of the other copper companies that are mid-tier. And if you want to talk companies, Vale, Rio Tinto, BHP, Glencore, American Platinum, Anglo-American Platinum, Antofagasta. I mean, all those, they're all good. Ivanhoe, if you guys like Ivanhoe. And then you get in the smaller companies like Trilogy Metals, Turquoise Hill, whatever else. I mean, there's so many. Copper Bank. NGEX. There's a whole bunch that you can look into. And then when you look at silver, I mean, everyone's piling into silver. There's a problem in silver. They are manipulating silver. They're trying to hold it down. I don't know who is trying to hold it down. Obviously, it could be some of the banks. The banks could be in collusion with the industrial users. But there's an opportunity there, because if something happens there, it could be very quick. So I own companies like Mag Silver, First Majestic Silver, Endeavor Silver, and then I own some of the smaller companies that are more exploration. Discovery Metals, or Discovery Silver, they changed their name. Metallic Minerals, Impact Silver. It goes on and on and on and on. And then you've got uranium. Uranium sitting there, they're below the cost curve, the middle of their cost curves. So when you look at that, you're going, well, whenever you can buy below the high cost producers, and if you buy some of these high cost producers who just went through, HELL in this bear market, I mean, they're going to kill it. They are going to crush it if you have a long-term time perspective. Some of those exploration companies, if they find something during a uranium boom, I mean, they're going to return potential 50-fold, 100-fold. They could drastically outperform. So, some of my companies that I really like: Encore Energy, Deep Yellow, Bannerman, Global Atomic, Goviax, Next Gen Energy, Fission, and you can go on and on and on. Forces Metals, Plateau Energy, Boss, all of them. They're all good. They're like, if that price were to go to 30 to 300, the high cost producers, the ones that were out of favor, will probably maybe outperform the best. It's hard to tell. And rather than me speculating on which ones they are, I just buy everything. I just buy it all. I have a minimum holding of like $1,000 or $2,000 at least in my smallest holdings, and then I just ramp it way up. So then you've got your oil companies. The oil companies, I mean, we just saw the most disruptive move in oil ever. And I'm looking at this going, well, the ratio is still at 30 to 1. And if this demand comes back all this summer, that is going to be the greatest increase in the shortest period of time of oil that we've ever seen in our lives. I mean, that just screams that an option should be put on that, a call option. But what I've done is I've accumulated some of these higher debt companies that have a lot of leverage to the price. So the movements are going to be quite volatile. And rather than trying to get tied up in the timing of it, I just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And I accumulated a lot in October and November of last year in SM Energy, Centennial Development, QEP, which was now FANG. I bought some Callon Petroleum. Commenter had commented on that. I'm like, yep, that looks really good. And so I'm buying a lot of those. I've got some energy service companies, something like a Tetra Technologies, TTI. I have a RIG, RIG. And again, these are not recommendations. I kind of spread my money out on some of these. And I know you guys, it's like you guys want me to say something and say, where should we start piling into? It's like, I don't know. They're all good. They're all good. I don't have a specific for you. So over this next month, I think what you guys should do is focus on what you are exposed to and what you want to be exposed to. If you have a little less exposure, if you're really heavyweight in precious metals, maybe your new money can go somewhere else if you want more exposure to it. Or maybe that's what you know and you want to stick with it. It's whatever you guys feel comfortable and can sleep at night doing. But for me, if I were to deploy new money, I'm getting very interested in silver again. And another one is uranium. Those two right now. Oil, I'm already pretty heavily in. I've got very large stakes at very good prices. So I'm probably not going to end. I might just add a little bit more. I bought some more Centennial Development recently, and I've already kind of added recently. But if it does come down, I might add a little bit more. And they're all these sectors are really good. So I don't have a good answer for you guys. And some of those ticker symbols, do some further research, see what you guys want to do, and that's all I can say. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you can decide which one's the best. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.